Hello everyone, Broheen here with another warrior video. As you can see, I have hit level 50, and being level 50, I'm going to start showing you my roles that I use. I have 5 of them, everything from Warlord to Paragon, 2 tanking specs, and a Tempest long-range DPS spec. But I'm going to take you through the Warlord PvP just because that's my favorite. Most of my PvP videos for Warrior have been Warlord. Well, in the beginning, they're about half and half Paragon, half Warlord. But it seems like Warlord's going to be the one to prevail here. So I guess let's take a look at what the spec is. Bar's kind of cluttered because I'm getting used to it, but as far as the spec goes, you put 5 in trained defenses, 1 in backhand, 3 in tactical advantage, 5 in strength of arms, 2 in calculating, 1 in into the breach, 4 in shatter, 1 in combat veteran. Thick of battle has 3 in it, 2 in disorient, 1 in forced march, 1 in defensive surge, 1 in field navigation, 1 in no permission to die, 3 in 3 moves ahead, 3 in offensive surge, 2 in down and dirty, 1 in king of the hill, 2 in combat training, 1 in battlefield medic, 2 in seasoned, 1 in arterial strike, 1 in tactical advance, 1 in adaptability, 2 in advanced planning, and 1 in everything is a weapon. Second tree that I use is Paragon. Put 5 in teaching of the 5 rings, 5 in weapon familiarity, 1 in wrist strike, 4 in devoted training. Open up some macros. Let's see, where are we? Alright, 5 macros. Some not so important, some are. First one's going to be your main spam, so show King of the Hill, suppress macro failures, cast battlefield medic, cast arterial strike, cast a quick death, cast King of the Hill, cast piercing thrust, cast backhand, cast rising waterfall, cast empowering strike, cast shock pulse, and I add a cast break free. Your finisher is going to be show breaking blow. Again, we're going to put King of the Hill in there, cast breaking blow, cast shock pulse, cast piercing thrust, cast backhand, cast break free. Your pulls, both of your pulls, you can macro them together. It's not 100% necessary, but it's perfectly acceptable to do so to save room on your bars. It's cast Sergeant's Order and cast General's Order. 1 charge so far. I think I'm going to try to find a way in a build to get 2, but first, I just have, cast into the breach. It doesn't really need a macro, but I have it set for when I do put a second one in there, so then all I have to do is just add the cast into it, and I'm set to go. There is a control macro, which is show wrist strike. You cast Eye of the Storm, which is your snare, and then cast wrist strike, which is your interrupt, or disarm, I'm sorry. There's a snare and a disarm. So this is the way the bar is laid out. I have all my buffs. Buffs you're going to use are Turn the Blade. I did do a check on this. The DPS is higher with Turn the Blade on, considering that a lot of your abilities are on non-global cooldown. You still get better return off of this with having Turn the Blade on, just in case you don't get those procs for the non-global cooldown abilities. Enhanced Conductivity is another. Way of the River, Focus of Body, Deadly Posture, and Recovery Posture. I do keep, because of my planar attunement, I have a few of the trees maxed out, but I got Renewing Seed and Bloodthirsty for PvP. Earthen Barbs from the PA tree. You want to put that on your shield if you're going to use a tank. That doesn't apply to this spec, but it's still just universally on the bar. And then I think that's it. As far as the abilities go, up here are usually, this portion of the bar here is where I keep my cooldowns. No permission to die will restore half your health if you're killed within 10 seconds of casting. And Killing Field is a DPS cooldown. You use that over, when you have people around you, like lots of them, and you want to do AoE damage, you can do 35-10 for damage over 6 seconds to 5 nearby enemies. But mostly I just keep the spam here, finisher here, a charge, your pull, and your control. Number 4 is Tactical Surge. That one's going to be a damage increaser. It is a buff that you use as a finisher. 3 points makes it last 60 seconds. Number 7 is Battle Surge. Is another one that's going to increase DPS for 60 seconds. I used to use Defensive Surge, but I don't because I mainly PvP with this spec, and I don't use Defensive Surge in PvP. It's too much time to build up 3 more combo points and actually cast Defensive Surge. It's a DPS loss. Last thing I have on here, Forced March, is your increased movement speed, and then Battlefield Experience. So once you go through and use your King of the Hill, so far, within this spec, I don't believe I have Decisive Strike yet, but once you use your King of the Hill and or your Killing Field, you can hit this. It's on non-global cooldown, and it'll reset your cooldowns for King of the Hill and Killing Field, and then for the next 15 seconds the abilities require even less power and are not on cooldown anymore. So I haven't played with that yet. That's brand new. I don't know if it's going to make it 100% no cooldown like instant cast, but I have a feeling it's just going to refresh the cooldowns. That can be used once every minute. So put on some buffs. I'll show you the rotation quick. First thing on a side note, if you take a look at a couple skills like this one here, your pulls, finishers, summons, teleports, whatever it may be, charges, what they're going to do is every time you use one of those, it's going to proc a non-global cooldown ability such as Piercing Thrust, or if you're into AoE, Wave of Steel. Arterial Strike is one. Empowering Strike is not one. I can't find it. It's somewhere in there. Oh, Backhand, there it is. That's after you block, dodge, and parry. But that's why those are in the macros. They're only used if it's right after a teleport, a summon, pull, finisher, or a charge. So you want to be pulling a lot. You want to be charging a lot all the time. And you'll get those free procs. So I believe they can only happen once every 6 seconds. So you're gonna start off your rotation here, pick your target, charge in, just start spamming. You see I'm already at 3 combo points. I have my Karoo alert down here letting me know. Put up the other one, start using finishers, and at this point you've been through your first finisher, so you know King of the Hill's been casted, so you can use your Battlefield Experience. Start over again. Ooh, it constantly casts it. That's good. Over and over, so you can just spam your finisher at that point and keep casting King of the Hill, which is one of your most deadly attacks. So over here so far, for being fresh level 50, literally just into it, I'm already at 1500 DPS. You can back off, you can pull, jump in, you can see you get your Piercing Strike up. And I'm getting low on energy. So, but for this entire minute, really not a bad idea. If you really need to do a lot more DPS, I just learned something new about it too, along with you guys. Just pop your Battlefield Experience, and you get free King of the Hills for the next 16 or 15 seconds, which is a crazy amount of DPS. So you guys saw the 1500 over here being fresh 50, and that's on a 50 practice dummy. I still have yet to find out how it's going to react in PvP and PvE, but but you guys get the gist of the spec now. So hopefully you guys enjoy the spec, like the video, subscribe to the channel because we are getting ready to do the 1000 plaque giveaway, and you guys have an awesome day. Enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching.